All right. So this slide here is just really reviewing what we talked about yesterday. So yesterday we went through each of the 6 kingdoms and we talked about their main characteristics. And we talked about in terms of how they get food, how many cells, and whether or not they had a nucleus. So let's look at this. So let's start with how these kingdoms get energy. How do they get food? And so there's 2 words we're going to use for this. What are the 2 words we use in terms of discussing energy? Kaya? Autotroph or heterotroph? Correct. Ryan, where's your sign? Get out your notes. So, animals. Autotroph or heterotroph, Lindsay? Heterotroph. Which means they need to go out and they need to eat other organisms in order to get their food. Spoiled it. Plants are autotrophs. They do not need to eat anything. They obtain their energy by using sunlight and photosynthesis. Fungi, which includes molds, mushrooms, yeast. Fungi are heterotrophs. They don't make their own food. They have to eat other things to get food. Remember, a mushroom decomposes organic matter and dead material. Protists. So protists are those single-celled organisms. We'll be looking at them next week. And they are a mix of some autotrophs and some heterotrophs. Depends which ones you're talking about. And the same is true of bacteria. Some bacteria are heterotrophs and other bacteria are autotrophs. And the same is true of archaea. Some autotrophs and some heterotrophs. Okay, how many cells are they made of? What are the 2 words we use to describe the number of cells? Jordan? Unicellular or multicellular? So how about animals? Raise your hand if you can tell me. Animals. Elise? They're multicellular. They're made of many cells. How about plants? Natalia? Multicellular. How about fungi? Cat? Most are actually multicellular, but then there are some that are unicellular, like yeast. So they're kind of a mix of both.
Can we put both or just?
Yeah, that's fine. Either one. Protists. Alexandria? They're unicellular. Bacteria? Lindsay? Unicellular. In archaea? Aiden?
Both.
They're actually unicellular. Then our last category, eukaryote or prokaryote. Who can remind me, what does prokaryote mean? Prokaryote. Miranda? Does not have a nucleus in their cell. What does eukaryote mean, Mia? They do have a nucleus in their cell. Okay, animals. Prokaryote or eukaryote? Ryan? Eukaryote. Plants. Emily? No? They're eukaryote. Fungi. Aiden?
Eukaryote.
What?
Eukaryote.
Correct. Protist. Taya?
Eukaryote.
Correct. Bacteria. Right?
Pro.
They are prokaryote. And archaea, also prokaryote. All right. So these are the kingdoms, correct? 6 kingdoms. What was the level above kingdom? Domain. So that's even larger than kingdom and more general. All of these things that I just highlighted in bluish green, they are in one domain. The domain, what do these all have in common? All of these 4 kingdoms have something in common, Pat? They're all eukaryotes. The name of their domain is actually eukaryote.
All kingdoms.
What?
All kingdoms.
All 4 of those kingdoms are in the domain eukaryote. And then bacteria are in their own domain, and archaea are in their own domain.
Yep.
So there's 3 domains altogether. Archaea, bacteria, and eukarya.
That one you have darker right
Yes. All right. So here we have our groups of classification, domain, kingdom, all the way down to species. And I showed you in this table where human, a chimp, a cat, a lion, and a fly are. So first of all these things are in one domain, eukarya. They're also in only one kingdom, animal kingdom. These are all animals. Once we start moving down to phylum, we see they start to become different. So these 4 are all in the chordate phylum. The fly is in a different phylum called arthropods. Includes all the insects are here in arthropods. Chordates are all the vertebrates. Class. These 4 are all mammals. The houseflies class is insects. Then order. We have 2 primates, 2 carnivore. The fly is Diptera. As we go down further, now we're really differentiating. Humans are in the family Hominidae. Chimps are in a different family called Pongidae. House cat is Felidae. The lion is also in Felidae. And the fly is in Muscidae. We look at genus. Human genus is Homo. Chimp genus is Pan. Both of the house cat and the lion are Felis. And the lion is Musca. Finally, species, sapiens for humans, troglodytes for the chimp, catus for the house cat, Leo for the lion, domestica for the housefly. So we can see how all those organisms are classified through our modern classification system. What's the scientific name for a human? Alexandria? Yes. What are the rules about how we write it? Okay?
Genus, the first letter is capitalized, then the species is.
Yes. And one more thing. If we're writing it by hand, we underline it. If we're doing it on a computer, we italicize it. So, human scientific name is Homo sapiens. What's the scientific name of a chimp? Kai? Correct. Pan troglodytes. How about a house cat? Scientific name, Jordan? Yep, Felis catus. A lion. Kyle? Felis leo. And a housefly, last one. What's the scientific name of a housefly, Lindsay? Correct. Musca domestica. So So when you write those, just make sure you capitalize the genus name on each one. So just a couple questions here. Which two groups do these all belong to? They all belong to the same, Aiden?
Domain and kingdom.
The same domain and kingdom, correct.
Hey, you too. Oh, I wrote this one.
Nope, I didn't do that. on
Wait, what was this one?
purpose. So yes, they're all in the same
It's kind of funny how we just go to the
domain and kingdom. Okay, so all these organisms are multicellular, they're eukaryotes, and they're heterotrophs because they're all animals. And those are the characteristics of it. Which two are most closely related? Out of these 5 species, which two are the most closely related? Emily?
House cat and orange.
Yeah, how did you know that?
Because their like their first name for the scientific
Yeah.
name is the same.
Yeah, they're in the same genus. So they are the most closely related. All right. Actually, I'm going to hold off on these slides until tomorrow. I'm going to show you this video to introduce bacteria and archaea, and then we'll get to this tomorrow and start to talk about some specific.